Hey, welcome to another episode of beersandbars.com. We're here back in Vegas, staying at the Monte Carlo. And if I go to the side here, you can see that my room view is the T-Mobile Arena right next door, where they have different things like concerts or what have you. And also, they have the Golden Knights playing there, the new hockey team in Las Vegas. But the reason I'm here is that I am a sucker for a good marketing campaign, and especially a good beer marketing campaign. And this time I've fallen victim to Sam Adams, Sam 76. Now, the big thing I really do like when breweries combine two different styles. I'm really a fan of the IPLs, which is the IPAs mixed with lagers. So when they came out with this, it's ale mixed with a lager, and I saw this article basically where they interviewed Jim Cook, the owner of Boston Beer Company, and basically the reason that they came up with this beer is that they basically wanted to go against people drinking Coronas. And it goes on to say that the two beer styles start the brewing process separately and are brought together before hops are added. The finished product is then canned, not bottled, because one of the things Sam Adams wanted to do was appeal to millennials. He wanted to create something portable so people could easily take beers to parties or other occasions. Cook also said he wanted to develop a flavor that was lighter than India Pale Ales, which tend to be bitter and contain more alcohol, so people could drink more of it. It takes craft beer into occasions where craft hasn't fit as well. Cook said, we wanted a lot of flavor, but we didn't want a lot of bitterness and fullness. And I do agree with that, because it's really difficult to obviously drink certain types of craft beer, especially a lot of them. And lagers are really good for that because they're really low in ABV. And this one falls into that category. It's 4.7 alcohol. And then also a lot of regular drinkers don't really like the bitterness of some of the craft beer, especially when it comes to IPA. And this one mixes the whole ale along with the smoothness of the lager. So, I mean, let's see how it is. And you do know why it's Sam 76, just because it goes back to 1776, the Revolutionary War, when we gained our independence. So let's drop this sucker. Well, really nice head. Not, as you can see, it's not as clear as a lager. Say if you were pouring a Budweiser or Bud Light, Miller, or even a Corona, it would be clear. But this one, it's not as clear. It really has that citrusy aroma to it, which kind of reminds me of a grapefruit, an IPA, but this one is more like a pale ale. The head's very nice there, and that's where you get the aroma from the head there. So you really want to, and that's why some beers you don't want to pour softly or smoothly. You want to bring out the flavor of it. You want to cause a lot of, when you're pouring it, not like a nitro, but you don't want it to be smooth either. You want it to be roughed up a bit. So the characteristics of the pale ale is aroma is on the front of your palate when you're drinking it, but the lager really comes through at the end because it's very smooth, very subtle, not your usual bitterness like an IPA or even a pale ale. Very smooth. This is something that you could bring to your friends who may not be um, accustomed to drinking craft beer. This would be a nice introduction beer, and this would be maybe a beer that you wouldn't maybe put it in a koozie, maybe put it in a koozie, maybe disguise it so they think they're drinking their typical lager, and see what they think. But as far as I'm concerned, I really enjoyed the Sam 76, and for a 6 pack, it was $7.99 at Bevmo, which is reasonable and very good. But before, I really do like Samuel Adams, and I wanted to learn a little bit about it, and I don't want to get into a lot of things, but Samuel Adams, along with Paul Revere, John Adams, and John Hancock, really played a critical role in the creation of our country, and were really played a big role in the Revolutionary War. And so, some things that you may want to Google when you're drinking a Sam Adams or what have you is, first of all, the Stamp Act, the Loyal Nine, the Sons of Liberty, and also something that, even though there's no history of Samuel Adams actually brewing his own beer like George Washington did, he was involved in the brewing process because he was a malter. His family business, with his dad created or started, it was a malter. So they got the malt ready for the fermentation of the beer, which is quite interesting. And if you want to learn more about Sam Adams while you're drinking a Sam Adams, I would recommend the book The Sons of Liberty by Charles River Editors. So, I mean, there's a lot of backstory to a lot of the beers that you're drinking, even if it's just about the founders. Jim Cook has a great book, and also there's some of your favorite breweries have a lot of good books out there just to educate yourself, and they're great entrepreneurs there. All right, guys. Well, like I said, if you come across a Sam 76, I would give it a try. It's a good beer. I really enjoyed it. Hit me up on Untapped. I'm under Beers and Bars. Please subscribe to my YouTube videos. And if you have any beer that you want me to review, hit me up. But I'll keep drinking if you keep watching. I mean, I'd still drink even if you didn't watch. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't done so already, have a great beer.